Okay. All right.
Okay, now we're over here by your white convertible, which is the most documented. Go ahead. Explain that.
This car is just starting its journey. It's on its second judging. It's already gone through NCR's top flight. A good friend of mine in Canada, Dwight, came to me 2 years ago and has had this car. He was actually the second owner of the car. It was sold and he bought it back 3 owners later and then retained the car. It's beautifully done. It's all in lacquer. And again, this is a very rare car because, first of all, a Canadian car is the most desirable car because Canada keeps all the documentation on the car. So you can go back, buy VIN number, and get documents from Canada on the car validating the car. And that goes with any Chevrolet, be it a Camaro, Chevelle. So that's a real unique piece about why people want Canadian cars. A long time ago, people didn't want a Canadian car, but now when paperwork and documentation have become such an important feature of these cars, the Canadian cars have really turned on because you can get neat documentation. In this binder, it's just this is just a copy of the actual documents, but all the records of the car, the original order sheet, original window sticker, original tank sticker, the factory manifest that was generated by the options that came from the dealer hand write-out. Canada also supplies all the VIN numbers prior and after the car, so you can't get any better documentation. This particular car, yes, that's the original owner's card.
Yeah.
This car in particular was even, and I'm sorry that it's so faint, but he actually started a log so that every mile that was driven by this car, it was documented when oil or gasoline was added to the car. So you don't get any more detail than this. So by far, this car, including all service or anything that was done to this car, is retained in the original book. This is obviously a copy, but by far, as far as LS6s, this is the most documented car that we know to date. Another point that I wanted to make also on this car, a lot of people believe, you notice it has the luggage rack on the back. That was not a General Motors factory option. That was dealer installed. You'll see it on a lot of the C3 cars because the room in the back continued to get more limited and people liked to travel. Obviously it was a 2-seater, so they literally put their luggage on top of the rack and it would be bungeed down on the car. Now if you went any kind of speeds, I wonder if the bag ever made it to the destination.
I don't think so.
It's really neat that way. It's just a really neat car. It's very, very special.